Hello, Yoga with Jessy community. How are you guys doing today? I'm Jessy. Welcome to another class. Today we're going to spend 30 minutes together, probably more of an intermediate level practice, just focusing on the quads, the glutes, and all over strengthening for your body. If the energy is low, I highly recommend maybe doing a few sets of fire breathing exercises right before you start, just to get some energy going. Sometimes we feel a little low, but I promise by the end of class you will feel so much more energetic and your body will feel so much more relaxed. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to start in puppy pose. So go ahead and bring yourself to a kneeling position in the middle of the mat. And from here start to reach the palms forward, placing the chest down on the mat, trying to realign the knees to the hips as you lower down. So the goal is to keep those things on top of each other and then just working on lowering the chest. For some people, they have a lot of flexibility here on the shoulders, the chest, and they can bring the chin down. So just kind of play around with what feels good. If you have blocks and you also like to bring blocks to kind of place the arms underneath, lowering down to a little bit of a lesser level, you can do that too, or a towel underneath. You've got choices here. Just taking a deep breath in and exhale, letting it out. Exhale anything that's kind of in the back of your mind that you're bringing into the yoga mat. Just release it. Try one more time. Inhale, releasing everything out. Close your eyes, and from now on just making a commitment to be present on your mat, maybe running a scan of the body, seeing how it's feeling today. Is there any tightness, anything that's a little bit painful, tense? And just acknowledge. Those things are kind of a checklist as you go through your practice to let you know what you might have to be careful with, more aware of, as you go through the motions of each of the poses. And then even more important to keep the breath going throughout the entire practice. Starting to breathe in and out of the nose. 2 more times. Allowing a shoulder opener here to happen with time. Chest opener. And when you're ready, start to push yourself up with your hands and just sink the hips back for a quick child's pose. So continuing to reach the arms forward. Now we're kind of introducing a long spine stretch here. Know that this pose is always available if you need to take a break. Reaching forward with the hands and reaching back with the hips. Beautiful. And then come to your hands and your knees. We're just going to do a few rounds of cat-cow here. On an inhale, drop the belly, pushing the floor away, sending the tailbone to the sky. You could even tuck the toes. And as you exhale, untuck the toes, round the spine, bring the chin to the chest for cow. Let's do a few more rounds. Inhale, dropping the belly, pushing the floor away, tuck the toes. And exhale for cat, rounding the spine, chin to chest, looking down towards the tailbone. A few more rounds on your own, kind of following the breath. See if you want to incorporate the feet. But most importantly, find the rhythm of the breath. Establish it now so that you can follow it throughout the practice. 2 2 more here. Really exaggerate the movement if you need to. And everybody meet in the center when you're done. Bringing yourself back, your weight back onto the toes, tucking in the toes behind you. We're just seating back. Just doing a quick toe stretch here. And while you're here, let's stretch out the wrist. So just bend the right wrist down. And then with the left hand, you're just going to push against the top of the hand. Just finding a little stretch here, like you're this way, like you're pushing against each other. The palm, the top of the palm of the hand, the right side against the inner part of your left hand. Kind of wiggling the fingers at the same time. Switching sides when you're ready. Making sure we balance both out, stretching out the left wrist. It's kind of gauging how the wrists are feeling while you do that. Make sure you put some pressure with that right hand as much as you need. As much or as little. And then hopefully you've forgotten that we've gone into a very deep toe stretch here. So coming back forward here and releasing the tension. Tap the toes on the mat. Beautiful. And then we're going to reach forward with the right hand by the ear. Left leg comes back for sunbird. On an inhale, reaching nice and long. And on an exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Compressing. Inhale, reach nice and long. And exhale, compress. 2 more on your own. Beautiful. And when you're done, meet in the middle, switching sides. Reach in the left arm by the ear. Right leg comes back. Engage the core. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Elbow to knee. Waking up the core here. Continue to push the floor away as you go through the last 2. Beautiful. And when you're done, meet in the middle, tabletop position. And when you're ready, tuck your toes, send the hips back into a quick downward facing dog here. If this is the first down dog of the day, maybe pedal out the feet. I like to kind of massage the toes by rolling them forward and back onto the mat. Maybe bend the knees a lot to get into turbo dog. Feel the stretch in the entire spine. Shake the head and nose so that we can check with the neck. Make sure there's no pressure there, no tension. Shake the head, yes. And then back to neutral here. Nice and steady on your down dog. On an inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees and look forward. And just travel to the top of the mat, forward fold. Feeling the stretch in the backs of the legs. On an inhale, reach the right palm up, bending the left knee, finding a little side stretch. Exhale, come back to center and switching sides. Left arm comes up. And if you do the opposite side, that's absolutely okay as long as you stretch evenly. On an inhale, coming up 1 vertebrae at a time, start to lift yourself up. Chin stays close to the chest until the end. And when you get to the top, reaching the palms up overhead, touch at the top, a little back bend here for upward salute. And as you exhale, bring the hands to prayer, close your eyes. Just a quick check here on the body, on the breath. Balancing the body, just really engaging the legs, engaging the core. Feel all 4 corners of the feet on the ground. This is a strong pose. Everything is working together. On an inhale, bend the knees slightly, reaching the palms up to the sky, upward salute. 1 more time. And as you exhale, reaching the palms out by the sides, swan dive down, forward fold. On an inhale, come up to a half lift, finding a flat spine here, bringing the shoulder blades towards each other. You can touch on the ground or hands to shins. Deep breath in. Shifting the weight forward as you exhale, plant the hands and the feet back to your high plank. First high plank here, so lowering the knees down. You're just gonna Basically shift the weight to that left knee, finding yourself into a modified plank. The right arm comes up and the left knee is helping you balance. If you like to upgrade, you can also do this without the knee on the mat and go full half plank or full side plank. Come back to center, and then we're gonna switch sides. So if you're doing it with the knee down, left arm comes up, side plank. Full expression, both legs come up, make sure the hips stay up towards the sky. Come back to center. Beautiful. Slowly shift forward and lower all the way down into the mat. Once you get there, keep your arms close to the side body, and on an inhale, lift the chest. Keep the neck neutral. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a double chin here to protect the neck. Low cobra. And as you exhale, roll and push yourself up to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it out. On an inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees one more time, look forward, and walk or hop to the front of the mat. Forward fold. On an inhale, come up halfway, flat back. And on an exhale, fold forward, maybe reaching a little bit lower. On an inhale, start to come up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Reaching the palms up when you get there. And exhale, hands to prayer. Quick scan of the body here. Inhale, reaching back up. Really keeping focus, making this a meditative progression. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Feel the stretch in the backs of the legs by shifting the weight forward. On an inhale, come up halfway. And on an exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back. And as you do your high to low plank, you could do this with or without the knees on the mat. If you want knees off the mat, lower halfway. On an inhale, either low cobra or high upward facing dog, knees off the mat. And on an exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, reaching the right leg up to the sky. We're going to start to add a few rounds of different movements here. And on an exhale, bring the knee to center, knee to chest. Pushing the floor away. And then continue to step it between the hands. Plant the back foot down at a 45 degrees and come up into warrior one. So front leg is bent, knee to heel alignment. Back leg is straight at a 45, and we're pushing the weight towards the pinky side edge of the foot. Deep breath. Beautiful. And as you exhale, you're going to take a big step towards the front of the mat, coming into your chair pose. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. And exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back to your high to low plank. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, we'll meet in down dog. Beautiful. On an inhale, reach the left leg up. And exhale, bring that knee towards chest. Continue to place it between the hands. Front knees bent. Back leg comes to a 45 degree. Warrior one. Deep breaths here. And as you exhale, take a big step coming into chair pose. Inhale here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back. High to low plank. Inhale to a low cobra. And exhale, roll through the feet into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Adding on an inhale, lifting the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, place it between the hands. You're gonna come up into a crescent lunge this time. So leaving the back heel lifted. We're on the tippy toes of the back foot. Front leg is bent the same way as a warrior one. Arms are by the ears. Deep breath. As you exhale, touch the palms and then open one forward and one back. So right leg, right arm is forward, left arm is back into a warrior two. Back foot plants down at a 90 or 45 degree. Our weight is right in the center. We're looking past the front fingertips. And as you inhale, you're gonna pivot your weight towards the center of the mat. So now the toes are pointing to the edges of the mat and heels are in. Finding yourself into a star pose. Star pose is everything is open. We're just reaching the arms up to the sky. The legs are nice and wide. You're engaging the inner thighs, the glutes, the core, and the arms are nice and active. As you exhale, bring the palms to prayer and come down into a goddess pose. Now, the palms could be in prayer, or you can place the palms on the inside of the knees, pushing them back a little bit to kind of help the opening here of the hips. Deep breath. Beautiful. And as you exhale, pivot to the back of the mat, finding yourself into a crescent lunge in the back. You've done this already. We're just facing a different direction. As you exhale, place the palms down on the mat and just reach the left arm up to the sky, finding a little twist. Dragonfly here. Twists are so beneficial. They are helping us detox the body. Exhale, come down to center. You're gonna start shifting the weight to center one more time, and when you get there, place your toes in and your heels out. Just forward fold here, shifting your weight forward into a prasarita. Relaxing the upper body down, finding the stretch again in the backs of the legs. Deep breath in. If anybody wants to try a headstand, feel free. Otherwise, if not, we're gonna just stretch side to side. So reaching the right arm up to the sky, place the left hand in the middle of the mat. You could either be on your hand or on your forearms. Come back to center and switch sides. And come back to center. Forward fold, hold it here. If you're in a headstand, come and meet us back down. Take your time, be graceful. Same way as you got into the pose, you want to come out of the pose. Everybody else enjoy the stretch in the backs of the legs. And then start to shift forward to the front of the mat, finding yourself in a low lunge. Bring the knee down. On an inhale, reaching the palms up to the sky. And exhale. Inhale one more time. As you exhale, you're going to shift back without hands into a half split. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, come back forward into a low lunge. Plant the hands on an inhale. Send the foot back, and we're going to run through your high to low plank here. On an inhale, upward facing dog, pushing the floor away, or a low cobra. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful work. Inhale, reaching the left arm up or left leg up to the sky. Bring it between the hands on an exhale, and on an inhale, come up into a crescent lunge on the left side. Left knee is bent. We're on the tippy toes of that back foot. Beautiful. If you like a little back bend here, bringing the palms to touch, reaching back. And as you exhale, open it up, pivot the back foot down onto the mat at a 90 degree into warrior two. Relaxing the shoulders down, look past the fingertips. Check on that front knee, make sure it's not tracking to the inside, but more to the outside of the foot. Engage the core. And as you inhale, you're gonna reach up to the sky. In the middle of the mat, finding star. So facing the opposite direction now, we're facing the length of the mat. Engaging the arms, engaging the legs, the core, the glutes, everything is active. And as you exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Bring yourself down into a squat. Goddess squat here. Deep breaths. Really opening up the hips here, really working on strengthening these muscles. Standing upright with your low back, mid back. And when you're ready, you're gonna shift to the back of the mat, finding yourself into a high crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted, we're on the tippy toes. You've done this on the opposite side. And then bringing the palms down onto the mat. Twist open here, right arm reaches up to the sky for a dragonfly twist. Couple breaths. Bring the palm down on an exhale. And start to pivot to the center of the mat one more time. Just at a forward fold. Toes in, heels out. Prasarita, bringing again your weight forward. It's a forward fold with the legs wide open. We're on pigeon toe feet. And our weight is forward on the toes. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Beautiful, one more. As you exhale, start to pivot your weight forward, finding yourself into a low lunge, lowering that knee down. Deep breath in. Breathing here. And as you inhale without arms, we reach up and then we reach back into your high or half splits. You could stay up here, you could continue to lower down. Whatever feels good, as long as you feel it in the back of the leg. Deep breath. If you want hands on the mat, that's absolutely okay too. On an exhale, come forward, back into your low lunge. Plant the hands, lift the knee, and come into your high plank, lowering yourself into your high to low plank here. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful work. Ripple forward into high plank. Come back into down dog. And do 2 more of these. Ripple forward, high plank. Come back, down dog. 1 more, we can do this together. Come back to down dog. Beautiful. And this last one, as you ripple forward, just lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. When you get there, place the palms underneath the forehead and take a couple breaths here. Neutralizing the spine, letting go of all of that effort. You did it. Let's stay in the present. Worrying about slowing down the breath, getting a feel for what the body is feeling now. When you're ready, you're gonna bring your arms by your side, palms facing down, lifting the feet off the mat, lifting the chest off the mat, and then lift the arms off the mat, take off here. Beautiful. Locust pose. Try to bring your shoulder blades towards each other a little bit more. Fingers are pointing to the back of the mat. Everything is engaged. Engage the glutes a little bit to help with the pose, protect the back. One more breath in. And exhale, come down, let that go. Place the palms underneath the forehead one more time. Deep breath in. We're gonna do this one more time. This time, you can either repeat the same pose, or you can reach back for the tops of the feet. Coming into bow pose. Engaging the shoulder blades one more time. Get the core engaged, and on an inhale, we come up and we lift. Start to kick the feet to the hands, lifting the knees off the mat, and just keep working on this. Lifting from the chest. Feeling the stretch here on the low back, on the chest, on the shoulders. Enjoy it. Maybe you can rock a little bit, shifting the weight in the middle of your belly, the lower belly. Maybe rocking back and forth with the breath. And then on an exhale, let it go nice and gracefully. Bringing the palms down, resting up, deep breaths. Beautiful. One more breath. Let that go. Hard work is over. And when you're ready, you're going to boost yourself up into your forearms, Sphinx pose. And from here, just reach back for the inside or the outside of the right foot. So heel towards glute. Now you can stay here and also keep the back bend, or you can come back down onto the mat with your upper body, working on the leg stretch only. So up to you if you want both, Sphinx and leg, or if you just want the leg. Deep breaths. Two more here. Enjoy the stretch. Close your eyes and just feel it. As you exhale, let go of the foot. Switching sides here again, come up to your forearms. Bend the left heel towards the glute, reaching for the inside of the foot. Finding a stretch here. You could also reach with a towel or a strap if this is not available. Or by simply doing this, you're already starting to do the stretch. Whatever's available to you. Being on the forearms helps the reach a little bit more. You could reach for the outside of the foot, and then lowering yourself down or staying upright if you want the back bend. Three more breaths. Enjoy the shoulder opener here. Don't force anything. If anything is pinching or hurting, back off a little bit. You never want that kind of pain. A little discomfort is okay. Discomfort is just kind of going a little bit outside of our normal comfort zone. Maybe it's a pose that you haven't tried before, so the body's going, wait, what is this? But pain is a whole different story, and we don't want that. There's no suffering in yoga. And as you exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Palms underneath. One more time, just resting here. You're going to bring both heels towards glute and just start to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Neutralizing the spine while you check in with the breath. Making sure it's calm again. Maybe take a deep inhale, longer than before. And as you exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Beautiful. And then you're just going to flip over to your back like a pancake. And when you do, you're just facing whatever direction you're facing. That's okay. There are no rules. You make your own rules. And then bring your knees towards chest. Again, finding a neutral spine here if you want to rock side to side, or maybe little circles around the sacrum. One way, and little circles the other. Beautiful work. And then slowly start to bring the feet down onto the mat, sliding the legs out wide, Arms by the sides, close your eyes. We're coming into our last resting pose. If for some reason there's a pose that's really calling you and you need it before we end class, feel free to add it to your practice. Otherwise, meet me in Shavasana and give yourself permission to do nothing and to just rest. Give your body and give your mind that time to just be. I'm going to do 10 breaths here so that you know I'm still with you. See if you can relax the facial muscles. Maybe add a little smile. Relax the shoulders and sink them down on the mat. Start to maybe wiggle your fingers, your toes. Intensifying the inhales. And as you exhale, you're going to reach the palms up overhead and the legs nice and long, like you're just waking up in the morning. One more deep breath as you're here. And as you exhale, maybe bend the knees, bring them to the chest. Hug them one more time. We're going to rock and roll a few times to seated, keeping the eyes closed if that's okay. Massaging the spine as you do this. And when you're done having fun with your rock and roll, no rush, meet me at the top of the mat with your eyes closed. Just feeling, maybe crossing the legs here. If you want palms up to receive that energy that you just brought into your practice. It could be palms down if you need to internalize and you're working through something in your life right now that's bringing that energy back into yourself. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in. And exhale, big sigh, let it out. Be thankful for the time that you have spent today to dedicate it to your practice, to grow, to build some strength, to build flexibility, and to bring some peace and relaxation into your day. As always, it has been a pleasure and an honor to guide you today. I'm so thankful for you. Hands to prayer and heart center. We bow together. Namaste. Thank you so much, my lovely yogis, for joining me today. How is your body feeling? Just remember, when you run that quick scan, always make notes about how you feel before and after, mental notes that will help you grow your practice every time. I don't know if you have been following some of my classes, but if you have, we're still working on sitting cross-legged as much as possible. And then remember, the other homework is to continue to do a twist every day. You could do it seated, or you could do it standing or lying down. It's also a great pose for before bedtime. And most importantly, always remember to hydrate. I hope that you can join me soon again for Yoga with Jessy. I am so thankful for each and every single one of you viewers. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share with your friends if you have found this practice helpful. I will see you soon, yogis. Keep practicing, and bye for now.